All right, welcome to the old realms Bannerlord mod, Warhammer mod for Bannerlord, and yeah, we're exploring the idea of becoming a rich mercenary in the old realms. So yeah, so particularly with enchantments, if you want to have access to like as many enchantments as possible, it's kind of a late game thing. But I'm hoping that we can kind of accelerate our way to sort of late game level enchantments and stuff by just getting mega rich. So I do a lot of blacksmithing to make money. That works pretty well. But it's limited because you can only sell a certain amount of stuff before the towns get full of stuff. And same with fighting, really. When you fight and sell the gear that you loot, the towns kind of run out of money to buy it from you. So the mercenary career that we're gonna play, he has a perk where you can, if you have high trade skill, it increases your money that you make from mercenary contracts. So I'm gonna try and do that. Let's see how we go. And anything else that we can find that will, you know, potentially make us money anyway. So this is our mercenary slash entrepreneur. We're going to take merchant skills so we can get, we want to have 5 points in social so that we can get 2 extra companions. Because the extra companions can make us money as well. Or help us win fights that we otherwise wouldn't be able to win. And 5 social will allow us to have a higher level in trade as well. And we're going to go sword. Yeah, I'm going to go for blacksmith just because it has one-handed instead of polearm. I think I want to go for one-handed rather than polearm. And we're going to go as a free company militiaman, which is the mercenary career. What's something that looks like gold? Looks like riches. Crown. Maybe one of these type of things. I wonder if these sigils are of specific houses. I don't recognize them, but that doesn't mean much. That's the Sterland one. The Nuln type ones. Cannons, Blazing Sun. Various magical... Oh, gold maybe? We could be the Golden Order. Or we could be the gun and Reichland and stuff. Yeah, I feel like we're actually, that's one thing I would like to do as well, is get a 6-shot repeater gun and put a heap of enchantments on it so it does massive damage. Oh, there we go. The Order of the Golden Gun. Any cups or flags? Maybe. We can always change it later. How do I say golden gun in German? Golden gun translates to Die Goldene Pistole. No, that's not shit. Or Die Goldene Waffe. Von Golden Waffe? It's not actually German, it's it's Reichsspiel, which is pseudo German. Which is basically stuff that sounds Germanish but actually is gibberish. There we go. Von Gildenwaffe. Let's do it. Dieter Merkbricht. Merkbricht von Gildenwaffen. That sounds Reichländer as heck. As all heck. Yeah, so we're going Bannerlord realistic. Let's get the show on the road. Pseudo German, yeah. Do we say, what do we start off with? We got a gun. Yeah, we got a gun. We got no horse. They're tight. They're pretty tight this time around. They're not giving us any horses, and they don't give you any stealth gear. You just have to start naked in the world. It's pretty rough. You didn't understand it? Yes, Wolfspol's our resident German expert here. He's quite proficient in speaking German. Probably having been born there. Alright, I guess we're going to go blacksmithing first. And I don't think there's any... there's nothing that really helps us directly in making money right now. We basically just want to get to renown rank 2 as fast as we can. Yeah, we'll sell sell whatever we can. $20 gold. Some expensive ass wood. Can we buy a horse? Can, but we can't ride it. Oh, they don't even have they don't have that much money. Okay. Gildan Whopper literally translates to the guild's weapon. Guild weapon. Oh wow, that actually sounds cool. Thanks, Irritable Badger. Feel better now. Alright, let's make some oh, we'll see if there's any orders that we can do. I'm pretty sure there'll be none. No. Crashed. Yeah, having a lot of crashes today. Just gotta save more often. Yeah, I had a Mordheim warband, I think, called. Oh, actually, it wasn't very inspired. It was called the Black and Gold because it was all about you know, black iron and gold, the mercenary way. Is Witch Hunter career fun? It's not one of my favorite ones. But if you really like the idea of gunpowder and shooting stuff, and then I reckon it's like a choice between either Witch Hunter or Merc. I'd probably choose Merc though over Witch Hunter. Witch Hunter and Merc are kind of similar, I guess. They're both kind of yeah, I don't know. Witch Hunter and Merc are kind of similar, I guess, except Merc is more magic orientated because you get a spells and you get more companions. And Witch Hunter, you get more kind of bonuses to your own personal combat skills. And you get the marks, which is kind of a fun thing to interact with. I don't know. I'd say the Witch Hunter still needs a bit more stuff added to it. But yeah, but yes, I think all the careers are kind of fun. I reckon it's worth giving it a try. Actually, the thing that probably the real standout thing about the Witch Hunter is that they can create these elite tier 9 range troops that have these repeater pistols and super heavy armor and super high combat skills. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like no one else really has access to tier 9 infantry like that are as skillful as the Witch Hunter retinue hunters that they can create. So yeah, they've kind of got, that's kind of their special thing, I suppose. They also get extra companions, and they have this sort of skill shot kind of system with their marks. That's kind of fun to interact with. I think there's some wood. Oh, there we go. Dunkel build. Let's see if we can buy some wood from Dunkel build. We're just running around on foot. Exploring the swamps. No, Dunkel build's getting raided. Fuck's sake. One place I'm trying to go. Right, true. Actually, before we do anything, let's go talk to this guy and check if we can get the mage quest. I'm pretty sure you can still get it. There you go. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Yeah. So you talk to him, he gives you the quest. So now we can get out. We can become a mage. Huzzah! Wood's cheaper here at least. Something. Excuse me. Alright, let's see if we can get pole arms going. Beautiful, got wooden half straight away. Means we can kind of break even. Mercy the Radiant. Is that how it translates? But yeah, I like the Witch Hunter, I guess, if you want to kind of roleplay as a holy crusader and get some like warrior priest companions that can heal you and stuff. And get a bunch of those like elite troops, like I was saying. And get our charcoal making now, so makes things a bit easier. Oh yeah, we've got a few more another level. Crusading is the best roleplay, I think so. Excuse me. We'll try and just unlock these bill hooks and money poles as fast as possible, and get our 22k or whatever we need for blacksmith. Go 3 points blacksmithing for sure. for this one, billhook. No, I didn't get it. I got a different one. At least we're definitely not going to run out of money before we get there. We've got some cheap wood. Looks like we're gonna get billhook last out of all of the unlocks this time around. Any orders? Tall lances? No. Oh no, we've got lances. Okay. Can't quite make them, but yeah. Hello, new to Bannerlord, not new to Warband. Spent some time getting troops, got killed by forestry bandits, held prisoner for 2 days and out of gold. How do I get gold in Bannerlord even though I'm broke? You can sign on as a mercenary. No, you can just go and fight dudes. Just fight looters. But yeah, it sounds like you only just started, so you can just always just restart if you feel like it's too hard to crawl back from the situation that you're in. But yeah, so you know, just restart, buy a Midlands Palfrey or something on day one, so you're not got a super slow shitty horse. Get some sort of bow or something, and go around shooting looters. Or what I usually do is I just skip all that and go straight to Botania and just make money from blacksmithing. But you need to start off. You need to have some money to start off with blacksmithing. But yeah, if you want to restart, quickest thing is go to the first town you get to go hire a companion, go to the next town, sell the first companion's clothes, get another companion. Go to another town, sell that companion's clothes, get another companion, then get all their weapons off them, smelt their weapons, and make throwing axes in the blacksmith place, and you'll be able to make heaps of cash. Like, you know, you'll have like, you know, 20,000-40,000 gold in like 5 minutes. Cool. Let's free build. Alright, so we can get a billhook. Nope, not today. Making me want to play Banner. You're making me want to play vanilla now. You can go with tournaments. You can talk if you go to the tournament arena guy and talk to him. He'll tell you where the closest tournament is. So if you want to do tournaments, it's kind of a fun. It's not very efficient, but that's kind of a fun way to start. Like just be a tournament night and just start off. You know, just try and like role play that you have to make your money by, you know, you're like Duncan the Tall and you have to make your money from doing tournaments. I've been off work for 5 days and have another 5 days off, and almost all I've done is play Bannerlord. Yeah, that's right, man. Sounds like maybe you needed a bit of a mental, you know, a mental recharge, rebuild period. I feel like sometimes you need to just, you know, shut yourself away and just Bannerlord it up for a while. If you want to lean into that reclamation, you could also, you know, work out a little bit, eat some good food, and play Bannerlord for the full, you know, mind, body, spirit regeneration. Before you come out of your cave again as a new man, only hugely swole with like a beard because you haven't shaved for 10 days. Have you played Florist mod in Warband? Oh, maybe like 10 years ago or something. I don't remember it that well. I think, is that the one that had gunpowder in it? I don't remember. Yeah, sort of yes and no. As in, yes, I have played it, and no, I don't remember anything about it. I remember it was a popular mod for Warband, though. Welcome to my world. Nice. You know what that's... You know that's what faster way to earn... What? What are you saying, Dallas? Don't get involved. Oh my god! Stop sieging my shit. Alright, I'm going to alt off. Fuck it. Thing is, I'm overburdened. Because I've got a million bits of wood on me. I suppose I could get... I guess I'll have to drop this wood. No other choice. Damn it. My wood. 6 to 12 per rake is crazy. Oh yeah, yeah. No, we're not trying to make money from rakes. We're just trying to get our blacksmithing recipe unlocked. It's a multi-part process. So first we got to do the rakes, then we got to unlock the bill hook. So we got to make it like 100 rakes to be unlock the bill hook recipe. Then we got to make about 6 or 7 bill hooks to unlock the money rake recipe, and then we use the money rake to buy a blacksmith. Use the blacksmith to power level our trade skill, which means we'll get more money. We'll get heaps more money for our blacksmithing. And then we make money from blacksmithing. You get our companions, and then we use our companions to beat the shit out of beastman parties to get heaps of money and renown and stuff, so we can get more companions. And then all of it comes together where we have a full party of kick-ass mage companions that are murdering heaps of shit, and we've got maximum trade, and we've got the perk that makes our merc contract give us more money because of high trade. So that's the sketch, just sketching out the path that we're about to walk. That's pretty much the whole plan. Oh, something happened on Twitch. Got a little banner or a little thing lined up over there. So yeah, that's what we're looking for, the bill hook. But yeah, it's decided to give me every other tier 2, literally every other tier 2 recipe except for the bill hook. Like, it's just RNG, but sometimes you get the actual last, it's the very last one. So it could have been a little bit faster, but unfortunately it wasn't in this situation. Work out 5 times a week? Oh, there you go. As long as you're eating good food, getting good sleep, and playing lots of Bannerlord, you've got the whole package. The full regenerative psyche package. I think you're playing Florist, but I don't know how to install it. Florist is a mod for Warband, isn't it? I don't know. I think you're in the wrong place. Apescape. This is we're playing Old Realms, which is a Warhammer Fantasy mod for Bannerlord. You should get on board. All the cool kids are doing it. But yeah, I don't know. Did the Florist guys make a mod for Bannerlord as well? Yeah, I don't even know what's good about it. I just know it was popular in Warband. Oh, was Florist the one that had like all the other smaller mods combined into like one bigger mod? I think that, yeah, I think Florist was like a mod pack sort of with a bunch of smaller mods combined. I think that was the one. You could probably, even if Florist doesn't exist for Bannerlord, you could probably make your own like mod list. You know, getting all the stuff from Florist. I can't remember what was in there, like diplomacy and fucking whatever. Quality of life mods, yeah. Yeah, you could just like look up you know, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that have done lists of like must-have mods or something like that. There's a gunpowder mod, yeah, Europe 1700 I think is the gunpowder one. I'm not sure if it's exactly Napoleonic. Is 1700 Napoleonic era? I feel like, was Napoleonic a bit later? Maybe, I don't know. Everything I know about the Napoleonic era I learnt from Sharp's rifles. So, not much. We're getting a bit low on the old wood. Give me the freaking billhook. Nope. $1790 something until 1815. Oh, okay, yeah. So Europe 1700's a little bit before, a little bit earlier than Napoleonic, but same kind of thing. You got guns and cannons and stuff. Indeed. Billhook recipe. Piece of shit. Alright. Sometimes things just don't work out. Sorry, we've still got 441 gold, but that should be just enough to get us there. We'll go to Bargainhafen, they always have wood there. Just gonna put these bullets in case we need to desperately shoot people with my shitty pistol. Hope to God we don't have to, because it's gonna be pretty painful. I could always sign on with a I could always sign on with an Empire nobleman. There we go. Glory. Right. Now we're in business. So this particular mod, blacksmithing is extremely nerfed. You only get about 10 to 15% of the money that you would normally get. So if you're playing vanilla, you can do what I said to do with the throwing axes and the companions, and you'll be as rich instantly, and you'll just have infinite money for the whole campaign, basically. But in this, you got to try a bit harder. You still, if you were doing polearms, you would in vanilla, you would still do the same order of recipes, but it'd be a lot easier because you'd make a lot more money a lot faster. But because I only make 15%, I have to wait till I get to the recipes that make shit tons of money before I can actually, you know, start making some decent cash. But yeah, so at the moment we're making these because they only require one wood, and one wood's cheap, so I can keep grinding these before I run out of money, and then hopefully unlock the billhead, which I did as the absolutely last recipe I could possibly get. I could have gotten it out of these 8 recipes. I could have got that first, but I got it absolutely last, so that was unlucky, but that's fine. We still had enough money to make it. And then, yeah, so we just have to make a few billhooks. And now, because the billhook's much higher level recipe than what we were before, it'll unlock recipes faster, and that'll get us to the recipe that we actually want a lot quicker. Again, it's a luck-based kind of a thing. Yeah, we need a short pine shaft. So what we're looking for is this. Oh, we don't have this part of the recipe, so we have to make a few more billhooks. And yeah, once we get the next recipe after this, that'll actually give us enough money to be able to make decent cash. And then we'll use that to buy a workshop, which will give us trade skill, which will make us make more money from blacksmithing. And then we make more money from blacksmithing and use that to get more stuff to, you know, it all comes together. Yeah, so normally bill hooks make you quite good money, like a couple of thousand, but yeah, these ones obviously only making us like 10 or 15% of that. Hey, nice got in. A week before release, you could make thousands smithing easy. The tall weapons here are even more busted. Things got nerfed because of the runesmith career. Yeah, I think you reckon they was nerfed because of runesmith career? I thought it was just because they generally just didn't want us being able to make as much money from blacksmithing so easy. I thought they did a bit of a like pass on trade and tried to make caravans more viable and workshops more viable and partially by nerfing the shit out of blacksmithing money. But I actually like it. I think it's more realistic or something. I don't know. I guess I kind of like having to work for it a bit more. And having not so easy like it is in vanilla. Like in vanilla, it's just like ridiculous. You're just instantly rich and you just never stop being rich. Starving to death. I'm so dedicated to my smithing craft that I've forgotten to eat. Alright. How's our money poll going? Ah, beautiful. We're away. Alright, sweet. So this is the money rake. The money rake is the shit in terms of efficiency because it uses only one piece of wood and makes you in vanilla about 4.5k. In this it'll probably make us about 600 or something. But 600 is enough. It's enough to get us there slowly but surely. Yeah, so if we make any decent ones, we didn't, they're all bent and cracked and shit, but yeah, if we made one that was not bent or cracked and whatever, then we'd actually make some money out of that. But even that was enough to get us up to 2,000, which is the most money that we've ever had in the whole game. Blacksmithing has actually become easier for me in this patch of Old Realms. Yeah, how so? Here's Johnny. What's your secret? Share it with us so that we can have your power. $1700, 1800 is sometimes called the Age of Enlightenment. Mostly it's some shitty wars no one remembers and the start of the Industrial Revolution. Ah. Huzzah. There we go, and crafted, yeah, 392. Okay, so that's with like 0 trade. Have we got 0 trade or have we got like 10? There's not enough money. Alright, cool. Well, buy me a Midlands Palfrey and a saddle horse. And that. Actually, I won't get the Midland Swap. We'll just get another saddle horse to use for carrying stuff. There we go. Instead of getting 40 Pugios and Tribesmen's throwing daggers in each town, I get 200 plus from a single orc town. I also get 100k gold from a single two-handed smithy order. Okay, nice. So yeah, so it's made it easier because you can get Tribesmen's throwing daggers from orc towns, basically. The Pugios don't have... Yeah. So just because orc towns have heaps of throwing daggers. But is it only because... Is that only because you let them build up, though? Like, you can't go and get 200 Tribesmen's throwing daggers from the same orc town, like, every day, can you? It's like, once you've taken the 200, it'll take ages for it to build back up again, right? They nerfed Tribesmen's throwing daggers in vanilla in the new beta, 1.4 beta. But it's still they're still good in this. I guess I should buy some food. And morale can't go down much below 0, but... Once per day we can go out on a hunt, but we've got no skills, so we won't be successful at the moment, but it's alright. I actually hope they don't change blacksmithing vanilla. I know it does make you super rich, but it still feels like a chore and I have to do to get the campaign going. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that the nerfed version of blacksmithing in Old Realms is pretty good if you actually want to do blacksmithing, but if you don't want to do blacksmithing, you just want free money to do your other stuff, then it's, yeah, I guess it is kind of a chore. It makes it more of a chore than it normally would be. But it's kind of good though, because it makes other stuff more, like trade and other stuff, you know, more viable to actually bother doing. Which is kind of cool. Yeah, I want to try and do more orders in this one so I can get my charm XP up as well. I mean, the money would be good as well, but yeah, so we can get our charm XP up a little bit. Also, I think we can just give money to dudes, get a bit of money, get a bit that way. Oh yeah, I should have checked for the should have checked for the orders. Oh, I thought there was a two-handed. Oh, I don't have the ingots. Never mind. Is this a merchant run to rule the world? Yeah, basically, we're trying to. So, basically, you can use. So there's some really good enchantments that you can get, and if you have like the best enchantments and a good enchanter, you can basically make yourself into a god. You know, putting 2 enchantments on every one of your item slots. But it costs a shitload of money to train your companions up to get the enchantments. Yeah, and also prestige, I think it costs as well. So my plan is to use the merc career to try to get heaps of money and then just buy prestige with gold and use that to be able to basically enchant the crap out of all of our gear to make our dudes super tough. So that's the plan. If you fight big battles, you just get tons of money from loot. Well, yes, you do, but the problem is that you have to find a town that can buy the loot. So that's like the limiting factors on both blacksmithing and looting in battles is you have to find towns to sell it at, and the towns only have like 20 to 50,000 gold each. Whereas if we can get heaps of money from merking, I'm hoping we can make shitloads of money from being a mercenary, and also prisoners are uncapped as well. So if we can just like get heaps of prisoners, maybe that could be another way of getting money. I mean, there's still going to be, you know, we're not going to be able to just print money infinitely, but if we can kind of stack all of the ways, like looting for sure, and blacksmithing as well, both either. But yeah, also try and get those other uncapped things like mercenary money and captives. In vanilla, I see towns regularly have like 50 to 60k if you don't sell at them too often. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's only 50k. You know what I mean? Like if I want to make like 3 million gold, that means I got to fuck around going to like 60 different towns. You know, like, which is, it's still, I mean, 50k is 50k. It's still a decent amount of cash, but it's like, yeah, I want to make more, even more. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how we go. Probably the mercenary thing's not going to be that impressive. Even if trade skill like doubles it, it's probably still only going to be like, you know, 8k, 8,000 a day or something like that. But I don't know. We'll see how we go. Maybe we can get it up really high. I'm thinking it might also scale on hired sword money. So once we got our companions trained up a bit, I want to try being a hired sword and see if we can, and with that scaled up from trade, see if we can just get like, you know, get up to the point where we're getting like 50,000 gold a day from being a hired sword. I've had it up to about 9,000 gold before, I think, per day for being a hired sword. But hopefully we can get it even higher with the merc. But I think we need to level up all our companions first to be able to get good value from it. But yeah, so no, it's merchant run, not so much to rule the world, but just to like have the most pimped out gear that you can possibly get. That's kind of the goal. And I want to be a metal wizard so that I can personally level up my metal wizardry and use that to get some of the cool metal enchantments. There's one that makes you super slow, but gives you huge amounts of physical resistance, like 8% per slot. So with the five armor slots, we get 40% base physical resistance. And then I've also got the metal spell that gives you 60% physical resistance. So theoretically, we could rock 100% physical resistance if we can get that. We'll be slow as fuck because each piece gives you like minus 5% speed. But yeah, best form of passive income I've gotten is owning towns. Can't remember top daily income I made like 2.5 million under a year with tons of settlements to make use of that campaign. Yeah, nice. Yeah, a few people have said that owning towns is the best thing, but that's sort of an endgame thing. I guess like I think the way that the enchanting is supposed to work is once you get to endgame and you're super rich and you've got heaps of towns and you conquer half the world and shit, then you can use that to leverage into getting all of the cool enchantments unlocked. But what I'm trying to do is figure out a way to get rich without getting to endgame so that I can have all the cool enchantments at the start. You know, if you know what I mean, or not necessarily at the start, but you know what I mean, without having to go all the way to the end before I get. I want the sugar, I want the icing on top of the cake before I get the cake, before I bake the cake. That's my plan. We just need about 22,000. So we're getting there. Nearly there. Bright Wizard. I wouldn't mind that Bright Wizard, but I need to save my cash for buying blacksmiths. Oh, maybe it's whenever a town gets sieged. Maybe when a town gets sieged, that reduces your money somehow. So maybe if I build my blacksmith in Altdorf. Altdorf, I mean, Altdorf can still go down as well, but it's, you know, relatively rare for Altdorf to go down. That might make me make more money than I otherwise might. But yeah, I mean, we could always go for like 8 charm and then go for buying towns and stuff as well. 8 social, so we can get 300 trade, and then we can buy people's towns. You can buy a city, yeah, you can buy a city, but only if you have a special perk that you get at 300 trade skill. So you have to be a trade specialist to be able to do it. Alright, let's hire a bunch of troops to lead our pack animals. Buy some pack... I don't have any pack animals. Alright, fuck you then. Buy some iron ore. Alright, let's go to Altdorf and see if we can't... get some pack animals on the way. Yeah, we're a bit overburdened, I think. Got too much wood. That's right, let's see if we can make it to this horse town. If they've got a few pack animals, we might be sorted if we can get there without getting rolled.
Another fool!
Alright, we're getting rolled. Alright, you guys flee. I'll handle this with my mighty pistol. It only takes about 3 shots to kill each guy. Got this. Wait till you see the whites of their eyes. Shit. My guy's super inaccurate, can't hit shit. Fuck.
Move! Move!
Flee! Save yourselves!
Forward!
If I could hit one of them, maybe my skill would go up. Shit. Alright, how about we just, like, ride? We stay riding. We get a penalty to accuracy, but... we just, get close enough that we can't miss. Alright, we still missed. Fuck. Yeah, trying to start with this pistol when you got 0 gun. I've got 0 gun skill at the moment. Yeah, trying to start with a pistol when you got 0 gun skill is extremely frustrating. If you're gonna try gunning, the best thing is to read a book or train with a lord until you get up to 50. Skip this gun that I'm using altogether because it's a piece of shit, and use the short rifle. You need 50 gun skill to use a short rifle as your starting weapon. And we've got 5 points now. We're up to 15 gunpowder. Alright, so hopefully our accuracy might have improved slightly. Fuck.
Whoa!
It's gonna be a long battle, I know. It's gonna be a long one. If I could get him to like ride around, get him to go around in circles. Like, we get him to go into a blob, and then hopefully hit one. Yeah, if we can just, yeah, I'll fucking do this. Just, yeah, there we go. Oh no, they thought they blobbed, but they unblobbed again. Hey, first kill. Oh, you have little faith. I've got this. Make him into a big ball so you can't miss. Also, we're getting riding skills, so we'll be able to get a better, get off this piece of shit horse and get a better horse after this. Sorry, this loyal nag that served me well. I shouldn't abuse it. It's been my only friend up until now. It's brokeback nag. Yeah, the gun's way less effective than the starting bow, but it's pretty cool. It's got style. $35, so I made about 25 points of gunpowder already. Warhammer saving you was, yeah, Warhammer saving disaster battle, exactly. Get a bit of renown out of this too. Help us get up to tier 2, tier 1 faster. Well, tier 2 is where we're trying to get to, but we've got to go to tier 1 first, obviously. Yeah, once we get tier 2, we get 5 extra companions, which will very much increase our magic damage ability. Thinning the herd. The first time I ever played this, I started off with the same type of character, and I was like trying to shoot the guys, and I couldn't hit anything, and it took forever. Well, I guess that you're probably experiencing that right now, but this is like way better than like that last time. I didn't even know that like dismounting increased your accuracy. It was just like literally just missing every time. At least we're actually killing some stuff. Killing the last couple of guys, we're going to have to actually get off our horse and aim probably, but we're getting there. It's happening. Shit. Fuck. Let's be calm. Gotta remain calm. You were capped on gunpowder. What? If we get up to 50, then we can get a decent gun after this. We left. We're never going to be this shit again. This is the crappiest we're going to be in the entire campaign. Just got to remember that. Feel encouraged. Oh, he ran away? Wise. cool cool loot. That arcane scroll that we got, that's what you can use for enchantments. Actually, go to this town, see if we can get horses. So in a Midlands palfrey to ride, and we want maybe like 5 pack animals, 7. It's good enough. Still massively overburdened. Oh, did I just successfully hunt down a medium animal? It's pretty cool. Let me put another point in gunpowder since we're gunning away. Alrighty. Brewery, weavery, tannery. Brewery. Tannery. I guess the tannery. Why the tannery? Alright, so this
Welcome, stranger, to my...
Once we set this up, this will power up our trade. Turn it into a smithy. Let it use the warehouse. Let me drop off some ingots in the warehouse. Smelt everything. Get a few more recipes unlocked. And put some more ingots in there. Cool. Now, yeah, we probably going to get a little bit more iron just to stock it up a bit, so it doesn't run out. I think there's a couple down near Ubersreich. Iron there, and then there's iron in here as well. Not sure how you actually get in there though. Overburdened and hurting. Why am I hurting? Oh, all my guys died. Fuck, I should have not bought these guys.
Forward!
Just realized because they've got an archer and he'll kill me. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. Now we're good. Now the archer's dead, we can just slowly take out the rest of these guys, hopefully. The rest of these fools. They've got shields though, so it's quite a lot more annoying than it was before.
Yeah!
Oh shit! Oh, fuck me dead. That's bad. God damn it. Yeah, so note to self, don't get into any more fights after this because it's super frustrating using this piece of shit gun. Although after this battle, yeah, I'm 50 now, so after this battle we'll be able to use a short rifle, which is infinitely less crap. Yeah, you can shoot them in the legs, but they take less damage when they get shot in the legs. So, and it's harder to hit them as well. So, but even if you do hit them, they take less damage. So it's like frustrating. Wish I could go back in time and pay them off instead of fighting them. Good range at the moment. Oh, bro. Oh, shit. My horse. Where are you going? Fuck. Oh, shit. Actually, we can retreat, and that'll put me back on the horse again. Hey man, I've tried playing as Chaos Lord, but Chaos does nothing, just waiting in that castle. Should I add more mods or something? Hey Nemerius. Yeah, no, they changed. In the previous update, you could play Chaos a lot better. In the current update, yeah, it's very limited what you can do. You basically have to do all the fighting yourself. But the good thing about them staying in the castle is that means they don't lose the castle. So in the previous update, sometimes they would lose the castle and be dead, and then Chaos is over. So at least now you can, yeah, go out and get them. But I think them having waiting in the castle is okay though, because I think you can make them join your army, and that way you could pull them out. So once you get up to rank 2, join the faction, then create an army, and then you could probably invite them into your army. Yeah, we tried that. But basically, chaos play is not really supported, and you could sort of do workarounds like all of my other old campaigns I used to play, but they kind of nerfed it, so you can't do it anymore now. Well, they didn't nerf it, they just specifically tried to make it so you can't do it. But yeah, you still can sort of do it, but not really. But yeah, when you join, they'll give you a heap of troops at the start first, so you can at least have a bit of a chaos army. But yeah, it's pretty hard to... You can't even recruit prisoners now, exactly. That's such a bummer. It was so much fun, like, trying to make Minotaur armies and Chaos armies and stuff. Role-playing as, like, an evil wizard or whatever. But oh well. You do. I'll be glad when I never see this pistol again. After this battle, I'm gonna just throw this piece of shit away. Yeah, that's correct. They removed it because it's they think it's not law friendly, which is fair. But I think it's law friendly that you could have an Empire Magister that falls to chaos and then starts his own Chaos Warband and recruits captured Chaos prisoners. You know, there's nothing. I feel like that's totally law friendly. But I also see their point of view as well. Got you now. Blew up your shield. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, it's like, so yeah, obviously I'm of the opinion that I'd rather it was be a bit more free and have it up to the player to decide whether they want to have a law-friendly playthrough or they want to do crazy shit. But the mods, the devs, sorry, want it to be, they don't want you to have the ability to, you know, color outside the lines, you know, and yeah, I understand. I totally get that. You know, if you were making like an awesome Warhammer mod, you wouldn't want people just totally, you know, playing as a Bretonnian knight with a mixture of Chaos Warriors, Bretonnian Grail Knights, and fucking Orcs in their party or some shit, you know? So it's like, yeah, kind of, I understand it, but yeah, it does just limit, it just, yeah, an unfortunate byproduct of them limiting to stop you from doing non-law friendly stuff is that it also stops you from doing law friendly stuff that you might want to do that's, you know, that's not the standard shit. But that is a-okay. As long as they keep creating like awesome content and making this mod better and better all the time, you can't really complain. Empire Bladed Pistol is slightly better than the pistol I've got, but it's still fairly shit. I really want to get rid of this pistol so that I never have to fight another pistol battle again, but sturdy leather gloves are pretty good, but I need to not get distracted though. Oh yeah, trade should fly up soon. Did it already happen? Oh yeah, there you go. See, trade 60. It's always gone up. It's already gone up heaps. Alright, let's go 5 social, because that's how much we probably need. Well, we need at least 5 social. If we want to start buying cities and stuff, then we need 8 social. We can do magic in this one, we've confirmed it, so we can get into that. 80 trade now, very nice. I think it's short-sighted and lowers the replayability of the mod. I think look at Warhammer 3, you can recruit allied units and only limited in your ability to make set alliances. I'd just make it hard. Yeah, I reckon that would be way better as well if they just made it more difficult. So, you know, there's like extra conditions or whatever, but you can still do it. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Like they should make it that, you know, you can only recruit Chaos troops if you've joined Chaos, for example, maybe, or some other thing that you do to prove that you're evil, you know, or yeah, put in some kind of quest or something that you can do, or yeah, I don't know. But yeah, when they actually bring in the chaos, when they actually bring in playable chaos, I'm sure they'll work on it a bit, change it a bit around. It's the end goal. Yeah, I think like later on they are planning on making a chaos faction, and one possible thing that I think they were talking about doing is having a thing where you can start off as Empire and then, you know, fall to chaos or whatever. So yeah, that'd be cool if they do put something like that in. Alrighty, now we need some wizards. Well, actually, we need a spell so we can cast some magic. They mentioned playing as a beastman. Yeah, beastmen are a planned race. Yeah, trade's flying up. 5 points in trade and 5 social, so yeah, it'll hammer up pretty fast. By the way, you can learn magic as a mercenary lord Kara. Career, I guess. Yeah, I've already learnt magic on this guy, yeah. But I need to save up to buy some spells, but I might get a companion first. But yeah, unfortunately it only works for humans at the moment. Dwarfs and elves used to be able to do it by, well, dwarfs weren't in the game, but elves used to be able to do it by talking to the Empire Magister to get the magic quest, but they changed it so you can't talk to other races NPCs. So basically in the current version, only human mercs can learn magic, but I assume they're going to probably fix it. Actually, no. I'm going to go daily renown for every profiting workshop, and I'm not going to put my companions in. I'm going to put my companions in caravans this time around. We're going to use them as combat companions. Still got iron in the warehouse. We'll top it up a little bit more. 19.4k. We nearly got enough. Yeah, I want to try a Bright Wizard with Flare and see if they can still do damage. They used to be pretty good. Right, what do we got? Right Wizard, beautiful. Right, so buy this guy. And then we'll save up my flare for him. Maybe I'll buy myself a shirt when I'm getting around in town. I know it's a bit luxurious, but... There we go. I can have clothes. Buy an old rifle for our companion. Stone musket bullets. They only do 15 damage. But they do have 32 in a stack. Nah, I'd rather have more damage, I think. So yeah, you can buy old rifles just anywhere now. You don't need to unlock the quest. Pretty cool. now we got another guy that can help us do blacksmithing. And we get a little money in, give him flair, and hopefully he can flame some dudes for us as well. Trades up to 164. We should be making a lot more money from blacksmithing now than we were before. Also getting 1 renown per day from our caravan, I think. Extra workshop production rate should give us extra trade. And gunpowder 63. Yeah, I guess we're going to be a gun guy, so we want a bit of gun, but yeah, I also want to get charm up. Start getting charm up. Cool. Now we can get another companion. Engineer? Kind of do want an engineer eventually. Get cannons and stuff, but I don't think we want that. What's the easiest way to unlock new recipes? Make the highest level stuff that you can get. Or if you're playing Old Realms like I am, then just buy the most expensive items you can and then just smelt them. Well, actually, yeah, that's the easiest way. If you've got infinite money, just buy the highest level weapons you can in that particular category and then sell them and smelt them. Engineers are good for siege and ranged. Yeah, they give you the higher level engineer you've got, I think the more cannons you can get. Or you can get at least, you better get at least 1. Oh, we got herding. We need to recruit some troops. Get some bodyguards. Our leadership's pumped up a bit. Let's go and look around for some companions. We'll grab some more iron to top up Altdorf as well. All this trade skill we're getting is just leveling us up as well. We're just got another level then when we got the trade skill tick. Lighter penalty for items could be useful if we're selling stuff to lords. Another engineer. Getting discipline up to get really high gunpowder and spellcraft and stuff would be pretty good. But then I kind of want some endurance as well. Your workshops are not making any money. It sort of says they're not making money, but then I think they still do make money. Because I'm still getting heaps of trade skill from selling stuff, even though it doesn't say that they're making a profit, so I don't know. Yeah, the answer is I don't know. Sorry, Numerous. They still give me trade skill, which is what I want them for anyway. So I don't really worry too much about the money. Like they make, like, you know, if the workshop makes like 200 gold a day, it's like who gives a shit? It doesn't even move the dial anyway. It's just about getting the trade skill up for me. I mean, it helps. I guess it helps a little bit, but yeah. Every Empire City looks basic except for Nolan and Altdorf. Yeah. Oh, Talabek Land looks pretty cool. Talabheim, sorry. It's not really the city though, I guess it's the... But yeah, like, check it out. That's pretty cool. Big crater. Hey, Nerd Rage Fred just raided us on Twitch. Shout out to... Welcome everyone, and thanks for the raid, Nerd Rage Fred. Hope you guys are having a good time. Just playing some Bannerlord Old Realms. We're all about trying to figure out how to make lots of money. So yeah, we're making lots of money from blacksmithing as per usual. Even though they nerfed the shit out of blacksmithing, you can still power craft some cash, especially if you are speccing to trade. But we're also trying to use the Merc ability that scales up your mercenary payments based on your trade skill to see if we can get some extra money. Because like, if you can get heaps of money from fighting or from blacksmithing, but you got to sell the gear, you know, and so the towns have only got a limited amount of money, whereas the Merc payments are just kind of unlimited. You just get paid, you know. Well, actually, I wonder if actually, yeah, I never thought about that. I wonder if the factions can actually run out of money if your Merc payments are too high. But yeah, so I was trying to get the Merc payment, see if we can get the Merc payments up. Also, there's like, you can be a hired sword in this, which I think uses the same mechanic as Merc, but you're a hired sword. So you don't have an army, you just join on as like a soldier in their army or whatever, but you still get paid like a Merc. And I'm hoping that the Merc career perk that scales up mercenary payments based on trade will work on the hired sword thing. So, but anyway, so yeah, just trying to playing around with all this sort of money making stuff, see if we can make lots of cash, basically. Yeah, you haven't played the Merc career before? The Mercury is kind of like a pretty basic kind of career. His main cool thing is he gets heaps of extra companions. You get plus 10 companions. So he has the most plus companions out of any career. There's, yeah, the Merc gets plus 10, sorry. Musion Knight and Bretonnian Knight get plus 7. Warrior Priest, Magister, a bunch of other ones that get plus 5. And then the rest of them don't get any extra companions, yeah. So if you want like heaps of companions, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going for like a mage battery, a mage artillery battery this time, leveraging our, you know, 21 companions or whatever we're going to eventually have, and just make them all mages and try to just have mage artillery going on. So hopefully that'll work out. But yeah, so the end goal is basically to get as much money as we can so we can buy all of the enchanting recipes, but also buy training to level up our companions so they can do the enchanting, so we can unlock the higher tier enchanting weapons. So just basically like kind of like power enchant through masses of cash. That's kind of the goal. But yeah. So yeah, but yeah, it's very much an experimentation thing. Trying to figure out what we can do. Celestial Wizard, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I kind of just want to go Bright Wizards, but Celestial Wizards are okay. They've got Wind Blast, which is a pretty good AoE spell. And yeah, we can get one more. And I'll try and get either another Bright Wizard or another Celestial Wizard, I reckon. Bright Wizards used to be heaps better for damage per second with Flare, but it used to be unlimited range. So now that it's not unlimited range, it's you know, a lot worse because they get the shit shot out of them before they get to do much. But yeah, hopefully we can go up against some like low, like unit enemies that don't have much ranged. Then yeah, hopefully our wizards can be effective. So previously the go-to thing was using wind spells because they had unlimited range, so you just load into the battle and your mages would just nuke everything. But they nerfed that, so they got rid of they put the range restriction in, so now you have to be close to use those wind spells. But I think they might have also nerfed the damage on them, so I'm just trying to figure out whether they're viable at all. If they're not, we might have to switch over to fireballs and, you know, long range artillery. But yeah, so that's pretty much a speed summary of like everything that's going on here. Well, actually, not much is going on here. I just started the campaign, so nothing much is going on just yet. But that's where we're headed. That's the plan. Any iron? Yeah, grab some iron. Grab some iron from over here too. So yeah, we've built a blacksmithy in Altdorf, but we're not letting them buy materials. We're just stocking them up with iron, so that they can hopefully get the maximum amount of trade from not having to pay any raw materials cost. Oh, there you go. Another, what is that? 3 points in trade, and I'm already 240. We got up to 240 trade in like, I don't know, 4 days or something, because we just went for this blacksmith exploit. What did I put charcoal in there by accident? There we go. Put some iron ore in there. So yeah, so now our smithy will make weapons and tools and stuff, but it won't cost any materials, and then that seems to make them make a really good profit, which gives you heaps of trade skill. You can just power level your trade. They don't make much money, but it's making 300 nearly. That's pretty good. But yeah, it's all about the trade XP, getting that trade up really fast. Hey Leoric, did you like orcs and dwarfs? I really like the dwarfs. I don't really care about orcs that much. I don't really get into orcs. I'm looking forward to when the playable gobbos come out. I wouldn't mind playing a gobbo, having a little gobbo army. There'd be probably some good challenge runs of like doing like gobbo only and stuff. There's a life wizard which I kind of want, but
right. So
I want to just try damage first. So I kind of do want a life wizard one day maybe, but not right now. I mean, after they change the AI so that they actually do stuff, actually cast their buffs. Get these guys to keep leveling up and pumping out money rakes for us. There we go, bit of cash, bit of quick cash. Now we want to buy flare for our bright wizard. Seer, sorry. Seer. So I think it's worth 10 points, so they can theoretically cast it 4 times, once every 20 seconds. So that used to be the go-to, but I'm kind of thinking it might be shit now, so we might have to change over to Fireball and just have them all set back and Fireball stuff. Fireball's still pretty cheap. They can get, well, 2 of them off, but once they level up a bit, they can maybe get 3 off. Yeah, we need Wind Blast as well. Let's get a little bit more. Nasty Skulkers and some Shamans that buff them. Yeah, that'd be cool. And Squig Hoppers. Oh, I don't know if they'll have squig hoppers, but yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Oh yeah, Goblin Fanatics. I hope that Goblin Fanatic is one of the classes that you can play. That'd be cool. But I guess they'll probably base their careers on hero types rather than, yeah. It'd be good if they brought in Goblin Fanatics as a troop type that you could get, even if you can't play as them. Sell this and get flare, wind blast, and hopefully we can buy a magic bolt as well. And we'll go and see if we can cause some trouble. $30 yeah, that's the only problem is you can only cast it once every 30 seconds. It only costs 8, so we can cast it 5 times, but only every 30 seconds. Whereas this guy's pumping them out every 20 seconds. Hey DLS J11, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the prime. Oh, I just got a crash. Yeah, I don't think I'd saved it for a little while. Yeah, a lot of crashes today. I don't know. I haven't. I don't know. I don't think I've done anything on my end to deserve it. Yeah, it seems like I get a lot of crashes sometimes, and other times I don't get hardly any crashes. I'm not really sure what. Not sure why. Not to worry. Love this picture. It gets me so pumped for Skaven when they get added. Okay, we've got our 2 companions. We got our iron. Iron. Oh, is there any guns in here? We need a gun. Rather badly. Empire short rifle, that's what we're looking for. I might just stay here and buy it and get the money to buy it. Alright, now I've got a much better pistol. I mean, a much better gun. Give him an old rifle. And 2 lots of musket bullets. Get rid of his stuff. Cool. Light wizard. I wouldn't mind a light wizard maybe one day, but we might just want damage at the moment. Alright, grab more iron. maybe I can top up our iron in our blacksmith so we can keep getting more trade XP. There it is again. Alright, so next mission is to get to tier 2. So yeah, I'm going to try and get these companions. We'll get everyone's spells. And we'll try and see if we can go and farm some renown. Hunt down a large animal, gained 1 meat. Some free food. Alright, we get Plague-ridden village.
Right. So
I think I want to worship Ulrich so I can get free Wolf Brothers. Alright, so what do we need? 25, 35, plus another 5 maybe. Yeah, so we need like 40, 45, 40 or 45,000 gold. Ever think you'll play Aska? I don't know what that is, sorry buddy. But yeah, I highly doubt it. It sounds like not Warhammer, which is my least favorite category of things. It's a Viking if that counts or something. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about it, man, so I couldn't answer the question. Never heard of it. But I do like Vikings. Alrighty, let's see if we get a little bit more cash. These must be making a bit of money now. These money rakes. I think they make about 600 when if you got like, you know, 20 trade. Actually, I think they might have nerfed this again. I reckon they've put, I think it was about 15% that you would make, or like about 15% of the value that you would get in vanilla for selling blacksmithing, and I think it's down to like 10%. I'm not 100% sure, but I think maybe they nerfed it again, even harder. But it's still, I think it's still good. Alright, cool, that's enough. I just save it again so I don't lose all that money. Alright, so I need Magic Bolt. He needs Wind Blast. He needs Seer. Watch the shore, build up a town of Vikings, fight off Razor, Wolves, Bears, Drogo, and have a variety of builds and small monuments. Yeah, sounds cool. I don't know, if they gave me a free copy of it, I'd probably do a stream to check it out, you know, but I don't, yeah, but I don't have it, so I can't play it. Alright, cool, so we want to, first of all, we want to check our spell book. We've only got 1 spell, that's fine. This guy's got Dust Storm, which is pretty cool, but we want him to only use Wind Blast. And this guy's got Bolt of Ashby, but we want him to only use Seer. Does this guy have a horse? Yeah. Yeah, everyone's got a horse, everyone's got a gun. Everyone's got a one-handed weapon. Alright, where's I like how Playground Village actually auto marks the village now, so you know where to go. Add hone. Right, we'll head up there and we'll look for some likely targets to practice our gun and magic on. Trade's still pumping up. Just save it before you do this quest because sometimes it bugs out. It's supposed to only bug out if you do it twice, but I've had it bug out on the first time before. A few times. We accept the gift of Nurgle. Even though we have no intention of worshipping Nurgle, we're just going to get the free 20 hit points and then just quit straight away. Alright, let's try these, gobbos. This should be a good little, little test.
Follow me! Troops! Move!
Alright, I'll get my infantry to piss off. And I'll get my mages to come with me. Where are my mages?
Everyone! Cavalry! Soldiers! Riders! On my flank! Now move!
Yeah, they're coming, they're coming. Right, cool.
Hold fire at will!
Let me do that. Alright. Here they come. Okay, so once they get close enough, they should start dropping some spells on these guys. Alright, here they come. Alright, so we only want to stay there a little bit. Come on, what's the range? Okay. So because they've got their guns out, they're deciding not to cast spells. Which is a bit awkward.
Go! Follow me!
Oh, here we go. He just did a magic. He just did a spell then. Okay, so yeah. So Wind Blast. So they did cast the spells, but only when they got super close. So I think if I take the guns off them, then they might be a bit more effective. Can I just leave? Yeah. Okay, so... yeah, I reckon we take their guns off them. Take the ammo as well, because I think the ammo might mess them up. I'll go sit in this town for a second and heal. I might just hang around near these gobbos since they're pretty good for testing. Is there any prayer places to pray around here? Shrine of Tal. Alright, cool, they're back alive again. So we can do another test. They also seem to like, I don't know, like before I think when you had them on follow, like when they were following you, they would pretty much just follow you, you know? They would only swing at people that were, they would be constantly moving towards you and they would just swing at anything that came within melee range of them, but they wouldn't actually, they wouldn't have to chase the enemies at all. Whereas you notice with these guys, when they got close enough, they just stopped following me and started attacking the guys. Maybe that was because I was too close. Maybe if I had have kept moving.
Soldiers! Forward! Yeah! Cavalry, follow me!
Okay, so they're on fire at will, which means they'll fire guns and they'll fire spells. They haven't got any guns though, so hopefully they'll fire their spells now. So it's just trying to figure out how to set up a efficient, you know, mage artillery battery. We should be seeing some magic pretty soon. Nope. Fuck yeah, the mage AI is fucked now.
Hold fire! Fire at will! Yeah!
Like they can cast spells because they cast them before, but they've got to get like into melee range to cast them. Maybe, there we go. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, maybe it is melee range now. He just did a shitload of damage. That was pretty good. But maybe they've got to be, maybe they've actually got to be in melee range now. So I've got to like make them run through. Alright, so yeah, if they've got to be actually in melee range, then it probably isn't very good. I mean, it's effective enough when he actually casts, but it's just, the range is like 0. He's got to be right in melee range, which means he's just going to die the first time he tries to do it. Wind blast, like he should be wind blasting as well though. It's the wind blast. There he is. He wind blasted, knocked everyone off their horses, including me. Flared, killed everyone with the flare. Nice. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of works, doesn't it? Did you ever like the Expanse TV show? Owlcat just released the beta for a game they're making for it. Might check it out. Oh, really? Is Owlcat the same guys that make Dark Heresy and stuff? Or are they the ones that make something else? Yeah, they made Dark Heresy and Rogue Trader, don't they? Or is that a different company? Rogue Trader, okay, yeah, it is them, yeah.
Infantry, move!
Right, my mages are still dead from last time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we're better off with long range, like fireballs. Fireballs are super, like if you're not on flat ground, like you kind of need to be on high ground shooting down on them, because if you're not on flat ground, then they just shoot into the walls and whatever else, you know. It's not very, Sorry, I know I'm not being very efficient with my money making, but get a bit bored of just blacksmithing all the time. I want to go and shoot some things. Done my quest, so I can learn a type of magic now. So I think I'm going to for metal so that I can get the best shield going. But yeah, that means it'll be hard to level up. But But yeah, it's a little hard to level up, but we'll get one of the highest physical resist shields that we can get, which should be cool.
Yeah!
It's like I annoyed them. So cool, the combos. I like them. I like shooting them in the face. They go between his legs. His spindly little legs. Shit. Accuracy's for shit. You playing a Magister or a Merc Scarcity? No, I'm playing as a Merc. Yeah, Magisters get way better magic and they increase their companions magic by way more as well. But the Magister only get +5 companions, whereas the Merc gets +10. So you get like, yeah, you get more. Your mages aren't nowhere near as good, but you have like way more of them. So yeah. So if you want to go for a full mage party, the Merc actually has more front-loaded damage, you know, because you can have you can potentially have like 21 mages lined up and just have them all unload in one massive volley right at the start of the battle. You know, whereas the Magister at absolute maximum is only going to have 16, which is still a fuckload. But the Magister will have more sustain and be able to put out more damage over a longer period of time and stuff. But just more fun from a challenge campaign. Yeah, it just depends. Yeah, it depends what you're trying to do, really. Yeah, like I said, there's two. Like, if you're going for a mage run, then yeah, I'd say both the Magister and both the Magister and the Merc both have their advantages. The Merc's obviously better if you want to use guns. If you want to be purely magic, then the mage is probably better. Although the Merc gets more mages, so like I said, he's got more front-loaded damage. The Merc can also convert troops into companions, which is kind of cool. If you want to have like some really good combat companion, you get tier 9 infantry from Bretonia and have like a 270 skill combat companion. But you don't really want that, so that's not really a big deal. Like, it's exciting when you first start playing, but then it's not really that good. Hey, big old bear, the Jemmy Dodger. Welcome. Yeah, we figured out my high elf Merc could not ever learn magic because of the dev racism, meaning that I can't talk to Empire Magisters means that I could never learn magic. So even though the manual clearly says that the Aeonir Merc can learn one school of magic, there's actually no physical way to do it in the game because you can't talk to the Empire Magisters anymore to get the quest. But yeah, Zerka said that he's planning on fixing it eventually. One day the Aeonir Merc will be able to learn magic. Do any of the high tier troops have good support skills, or are they all just combat stat sticks? Just combat, I think. Yeah, so you just, if you wanted to have like one thing you can do with a Merc is you could start off as a Merc, then just quickly get a whole army of grenadier you know, what are those guys called, outrider grenadiers or whatever, with the grenade launchers, then convert them all into companions, and then have like a posse of like 20 grenade launcher companions with like 250 gun skill or whatever, and then just go around fucking blowing the shit out of everything with your guns and stuff. You know, so there's kind of cool stuff that you can do with it. I haven't actually done that. Somebody else told me about that. But yeah, there's kind of cool stuff that you can do with it. But yeah, you just got to use your imagination, you know. Can you steal their grenade launchers? Yep. You won't be able to use it, obviously, because your skill will be too low, but eventually. How are we going anyway? Yeah, we're already halfway up. We're now in rank. We need another... Oh, we need some more wizards. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be better off with missile spells. Kind of thinking maybe we just go all bright wizards, or mostly bright wizards. Maybe have some other wizards for enchantment recipes and stuff. Alright, where can we get another bright wizard? Let's see if we can... Actually, no, you can't do it that way. Alright, let's go to Talabheim. Rid of a video for some faith XP. Priestess of Shalia for the medic, yeah, true. But I'm kind of going for like a max magic damage build, and Priestess doesn't really bring much to the table. Oh yeah, so we can go to the tavern. Where's the bar? Is that not the bar? Oh, wait a minute. Just hold down tab. The tavern keeper. Oh, there he is. He's in the back. Brewing some beer or something. Oh, this is a nice little scene, isn't it? Wonder who made this. Hildrick the Huntsman. Or from the Beast Wizard. Priest of Shelia. White Noble, Priest of Shelia. Alright. That's pretty good. So there's so many towns in range that you can actually find out a bunch of different towns by talking to the innkeep. That's pretty good. Correct. Yeah, we'll get a bit more faith just so we can get a free medicine point. Uh, 2 a.m. Technically, I mean, yeah, I did kind of make a little private deal with myself that I would only stay on until 2 a.m. because I got to get up for work tomorrow. So that time is now. So yeah, I didn't realize we didn't get to do too much, but you know, I guess I kind of laid out the plan. So if you're excited about this plan, you can always play it yourself. But I'll yeah, we'll probably continue tomorrow, maybe, or the day after. See how we go. Probably gonna. Yeah, probably going to play some Warhammer either tomorrow or the day after as well. Not sure if we're going to start a new campaign or not, but yeah, I'll see how we go. But anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see if we can chuck a host over somebody on YouTube, on Twitch. So Tahaiku is playing Warhammer. If you guys want to check out some Warhammer, I'll check you over there. And yeah, probably no one on YouTube that I know, I wouldn't imagine. Alright guys, have a good one. I will catch you all next time. Yeah, sorry to love you and leave you. I'll be back soon, I'm sure.